If you've ever wondered what it truly costs to live in the world's most luxurious cities, imagine this. You walk into a 1,000 square foot apartment, nothing too extraordinary in size, and the price tag hits you like a freight train. In some cities, that modest space could cost you over $25 million. Yes, 25. And in 2025, these jaw-dropping prices aren't the exception. They're becoming the global rule in many of the world's wealthiest urban centers. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the world's most expensive condo markets of 2025, and trust me, this list tells a story about global wealth, urban scarcity, and how cities reinvent themselves to stay desirable. Even when the price for a single square meter rivals the cost of some entire homes elsewhere. Let's start our journey in Hong Kong, a city that continues to dominate global real estate rankings year after year. Despite its recent political and economic struggles, Hong Kong remains the undisputed heavyweight champion of condo prices. In 2025, the average cost sits around $25,339 per square meter. To put that into perspective, every step you take across your living room might be worth a few $1,000s. Why does Hong Kong remain so expensive? The answer is simple: land scarcity, extreme population density, and its magnetic pull as a financial hub. Even with investment sentiment shifting and more people leaving the city in recent years, demand for prime real estate refuses to die. It's a fascinating market where limited geography meets global capital. From Hong Kong, the spotlight shifts to an unexpected cluster of high-priced cities, Switzerland, a small but incredibly wealthy nation that dominates the rankings like no other. 5 Swiss cities, Zurich, Lausanne, Bern, Geneva, and Basel, now sit comfortably in the global top 10. Zurich, in particular, has emerged as Hong Kong's closest competitor with a price tag just shy of Hong Kong's, sitting at around $24,800 per square meter. What drives these sky-high figures? Switzerland offers 3 things the wealthy adore: stability, safety, and a currency that rarely loses value. But there's also the physical constraint. These cities are built along lakes, hills, or older medieval layouts that limit massive urban expansion. That lack of space, combined with relentless demand, keeps prices soaring. A quick train ride away brings you to Lausanne, another Swiss gem priced above $22,000 per square meter, followed closely by Bern and Geneva. Despite their smaller populations, these cities are magnets for global elites, multinational executives, and wealthy retirees. Basel rounds out the Swiss top tier, and together they form a powerhouse cluster that makes Europe look surprisingly expensive in 2025. But Europe isn't the only region competing for billionaire buyers. Asia continues to shape the future of luxury real estate, and 2 cities shine particularly bright: Singapore and Seoul. Singapore, ranking 4th, maintains prices well above $22,000 per square meter, driven by its reputation as the safest, most stable, and most business-friendly hub in Asia. The city-state's housing market has been tightly regulated for decades, keeping supply limited and demand consistently strong. Seoul, meanwhile, reflects South Korea's explosive economic growth and cultural influence. At over $21,600 per square meter, Seoul's condo market symbolizes a new era of wealth in East Asia where demand for urban living, especially near business districts, shows no signs of slowing down. As we move through the list, an interesting pattern emerges. High-income regions dominate, but not always the cities people expect. Tel Aviv, for example, appears in the top 10, with average condo prices touching nearly $20,000 per square meter. Even with geopolitical tensions, Tel Aviv remains a booming tech hub, with strong demand for modern urban living. London follows closely behind, continuing its legacy as one of Europe's most valuable markets despite political uncertainties and tax reforms targeting foreign investors. And then we reach the United States. Surprisingly, only one U.S. city makes the top 20, New York, ranking number 11. Despite its global influence, NYC falls behind Asian and European leaders, averaging around $16,100 per square meter. That's still extraordinarily high, but it highlights a key shift. Many of the world's newest luxury markets are not in the West. Other major global players include Shanghai, Beijing, Taipei, Paris, Munich, Shenzhen, Sydney, Luxembourg, and Stockholm. all cities that exceed $11,000 per square meter, showing that high-end urban living is becoming increasingly expensive across continents. So what does this all mean? Why are condo prices worldwide so high in 2025? The answer lies in a combination of global trends. First, urbanization continues despite remote work. People still want access to culture, transportation, jobs, and amenities. Second, many of these cities have strict land use rules that limit expansion, add strong demand from global investors, and you get serious competition for very limited space. Third, high global wealth, especially in Asia and parts of Europe, has funneled into real estate as a safe, long-term asset. But the bigger question is, what does the future hold? Will Hong Kong stay number one? Will Zurich overtake it? Will new tech-driven cities emerge as luxury hotspots? And as affordability continues to worsen in many countries, will governments step in with stronger housing reforms? These are questions that will define the next decade of global real estate. For now, one thing is certain. In 2025, the world's richest cities are becoming even more exclusive, even more competitive, and even more expensive. So let me ask you, if money were no object, which city would you choose to live in? Hong Kong's skyline, Zurich's lakeside beauty, Singapore's futuristic cityscape, or perhaps the timeless charm of Paris or Munich? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to know where you'd spend your millions.